Hello, happy Friday, Paul is Best for UK here, and welcome to today's Game of Day video. Not long till Christmas now, it's only on Sunday, so I hope you're ready for Christmas. I am definitely not ready for Christmas, so I need to get my ass into gear. Okay, so this is Amstrad CPC Game of Day. I've already got the virtual disk floppy image in the system, so let's have a look what we've got. Chase HQ! If you want to shout out on the Christmas special, let me know as soon as you can, because I am finalising the edit tomorrow. So let's have a look at today's Game of Day. So this is Chase HQ, the Amstrad CPC version. So let's have a look at this one. Let's load up the game here. There it is, Chase HQ loading. That's a very similar loading picture to the Spectrum version. Slightly different colours, I think, but very the same. So let's wait for the game to load. It's always faster on a disc image. This game must have obviously come out on cassette, and it would take a long time to load the cassette. Disc image was much more, or disc floppies were much faster. But back in the day, both on the Spectrum and the Amstrad CPC and the Commodore 64, in fact, it would have been tapes I would have used. I didn't have the money for disk drives and stuff. Okay, so the paper screen is very small on this, or at least it's on the emulate, so I'm going to stretch it out a bit so we can get a bit bigger. There we go. Just to help anyone who can't see it as good as it could be seen. So let's start the game. So we've got press gear to play. Okay, I think the controls might have changed a bit, so I'm just going to quickly check the controls. So we got input, enable joystick. Okay. That's interesting. There we go. So we got the sampled speech in this version. It's not the Nancy Chase HQ. Oh, just like the Spectrum 128K version, we've got the sampled speech. And bear in mind, this is running on the 464, not the 6128. So yeah, this is running on the 64K Amstrad. Because the Amstrad CPC has the AY sound chip, sort of like on the motherboard, you get the additional sounds. Unfortunately, the Spectrum 48K stroke 16K didn't have an AY sound chip on board, so we had to wait until 128 models before we started to get the enhanced music, sound effects, etc. Now, back in the day, I used to think it was just because of memory constraints, like the 48K. There wasn't much memory, but it's actually more complicated than that, because the 48K systems didn't have the onboard AY sound chip. Right, okay, so we're going on this game. Now, yeah, this is very much like the Spectrum version, but it's got more colour. It's a very impressive port. I'm sure that if you had the Amstrad CPC back in the day, you would have been really happy with this. But we'll give a bit of turbo. See at the top of the screen, you've got your distance. That's how much you've got to get to the felony person, the person who's done the crime. But you've got to get that distance down to 0 or as close as possible before that time runs out. You see that Nancy's warning us now at the top that the time's about to expire. Can we make it? Which one's got to come first, the distance or the time? It's going to be close. Oh, it doesn't help when we... are we going to make it? Or is it going to be game over? Oh, we just made it, look at that. Okay, one thing I've noticed that isn't on this version but is on the Spectrum is the siren noise. Maybe there just wasn't enough memory. The Spectrum version would have been running in 128K mode, so maybe add the additional power sort of thing to do the sounds for the siren. So we've still got the constraint of the running it on a 64 machine. But yeah, that's really cool. That is that even the 64K version of this on the Amstrad has all the speech and most of the sound, apart from that siren, of course, that I've just mentioned. So what you got to do on the game is you got to bash the enemy as much as possible. It doesn't seem to affect your car as much. You must have some sort of very strong battering ram or something on the front of your car, because You don't seem to inflict the damage, but the enemy car does. Now you'll notice on the left there's a bar there. That's the enemy's damage. We've got to fill that meter up to the top, and then we complete the level. So keep ramming him. So this is obviously, this, as you probably already know, this is based on the TRTL coin-up machine of the same name. And yeah, I think they've done an absolute superb job on the Amstrad CPC version. It's like the Spectrum version, but it's got more colour. But there's like some differences, like I said, the siren noise is not present on this version. Speed's quite good though. Speed, it's nice and it's not too bad with a frame rate. Have some of that. The paper size is tiny. I've expanded the paper size for OBS Studio, but the paper size is tiny even on the real hardware, so just bear that in mind. Right, okay, so let's get this guy here. Oh, I didn't make it. I only needed one more hit. Needed one more hit. So yeah, that was Chase HQ on the Amstrad CPC. Absolutely superb. I'm going to give this a massive 9 out of 10. Brilliant game for Friday night. Look out for my Christmas special. If you've got any shout outs or anything you want me to do it as soon as possible, or any game suggestions, I'll try and include them. It's going to be a 25 game amongst many systems Christmas special, so anything from the Spectrum to the Nintendo 64, just give me a game suggestion, but you have to do that quick because I'm going to be finishing the video tomorrow. So yep, 9 out of 10 for today's Game of Day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.